So you're thinking about making a move to Centreville, Virginia, but you'd kind of like to know the good and the bad about the area, the pros and the cons, what comes with living in this area. One of the pros about living in Centreville is although you're a little bit further out, you will find that your money goes quite a bit further here than inside the Beltway. The closer you get to DC, the more expensive it gets. So if you're willing to have a little bit longer of a commute, then Centreville definitely is worth checking out. Centreville is a very popular area for families, so I would say that's another pro about the area. If you are a family looking to relocate here, you certainly will find that there are a lot of other families in the area as well. Niche.com actually rated Centreville as number 36 top suburb to raise a family, and that's in all of the state of Virginia, so pretty impressive ranking. Schools are great here. That's another plus for the area. You'll always get my disclaimer though. Do your research on the schools. Depends on what neighborhood you're in, where they tie into. You've got to make that personal decision for yourself. But overall, the schools are highly rated in Centreville. So I know I just told you that one of the pros of Centreville is that your money will go a little bit further, but we have to keep in mind that it's still Northern Virginia, so it is still pricey here. And I would say that is one of the cons. It is high cost of living. Living in Centreville is going to run you about 49% higher than the national average, but it's 43% lower than Virginia. So there is something to be said for the cost of living here, but I'm still going to deem it a con because it's expensive. It's Northern Virginia. Real estate is really where it's going to get you. Housing is going to run you 76.6% higher than the national average. Groceries are also going to run you a bit more as well, coming in at 11% higher. And I would say this is one of the biggest missteps I see with buyers relocating to Northern Virginia, and that is not accounting for the higher cost of living. It's relative because the salaries here are higher, but if you have received an offer letter and you're coming from an area that has a lower cost of living, make sure that you run those numbers prior to making that acceptance, because you might find that it's a wash or possibly even costing you more to be here even though you've got the increased salary. Another pro about living in Centreville is the proximity to Washington, D.C., but I'm going to say it's a pro and it's also a con. It is a reasonable commute by Northern Virginia standards to live in Centreville and head into D.C. You're going to have a heck of a drive, though, both ways. It's going to be highly congested on 66 unless you pay to take those express lanes, and that gets kind of expensive. But it is in reasonable proximity to the city if that's where you're going to be working. And then the con of that is being close to the city is, of course, the extended commute and then the traffic congestion as well. It's a way of life in Northern Virginia. It really is just the way it is here. Centreville does not have a metro, so that is a con, but you are not too far from Vienna Metro. So if you were interested in taking public transportation, you could certainly drive to Vienna Metro and then head into the city from there. Another pro that comes with living in Centreville is access to shopping, dining, and entertainment. You have the movie theater right here in Centreville, so if you're looking to catch a show, you won't have to go very far. And no matter where you are in Centreville, you are just minutes, and in some cases, walking distance to shopping and dining. So very convenient area if you're going to be living here and you want, daily needs and amenities close by. Centreville checks that box. Another pro about Centreville, Virginia is the parks here. They've done a really great job of including nature in the area. It doesn't have to all be the congested area where I've been showing you the homes. You have nature as well. This is Bull Run Regional Park. Great place to come spend the afternoon. You could also check out their Festival of Lights that they have in the wintertime. My husband and I love to pack the dogs up and drive through. It kind of puts you in the holiday spirit. Beautiful park here, 1,500 acres, so you could really explore until your heart's content. Something else that I think stands out about Centreville is the diverse housing options. That really is a pro. You will find apartments for rent. You will find private rentals through landlords. You will find condos. You'll find townhouse style condos, townhouses, single family homes, homes on acreage. It really checks all the boxes no matter what you're looking for. And even if you're looking for a little bit more elbow room and some privacy, Centreville offers that as well. The last con for Centreville, and I'm thinking you probably could guess this, it has limited nightlife. Centreville is in the burbs. If you are looking for a busy and active nightlife scene, Centreville probably is not going to be your best bet. Granted, it's not far away. It's not too far outside of DC that you couldn't go into the city to check out the bars and the nightclubs and the late night life, but Centreville itself is definitely lacking on nightlife. If you haven't already, be sure to check out our vlog of the Centreville area. It will give you an idea of what the area has to offer, along with the real estate prices for varying properties. And if you have any questions, be sure to drop them in the comments below.